The farmer's luck, embracing change without fear. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived a poor but honest farmer. He had a horse that was as loyal and hard-working as any other possession he owned. Day after day, the horse pulled his cart, helping him deliver his crops to the market. Life was simple, and though their pockets were often light, the farmer and his horse understood the value of their companionship and shared existence. One evening, however, disaster struck. The horse got loose and disappeared into the darkness. When the farmer realized the next morning that his animal friend was missing, despair washed over him. He searched everywhere, calling out the horse's name until his voice was hoarse, but there was no reply. Just as he began to lose hope, he heard some commotion at the edge of the village. People were gathering there, pointing toward something beyond the houses. Curiosity piqued. The farmer wiped the sweat from his brow and walked over to find out what had happened. There, standing in front of his house, was his horse. Relief flooded through him, but it was quickly replaced by confusion and astonishment. The horse had returned, but it wasn't alone. Two wild horses stood beside it, snorting and pawing the ground. Astonished, the farmer couldn't understand how his domesticated animal had managed to befriend these untamed creatures. Word spread quickly throughout the village about the farmer's unexpected good fortune. His neighbors, envious of his sudden acquisition of 2 additional horses, came by to offer their congratulations. "My goodness, you're in luck," exclaimed one of them. "3 horses are better than 1. You must be on cloud 9. "Duh," another added. "Indeed, this is a stroke of pure luck. Your life must feel so much brighter now." But the farmer, despite the admiration in their voices, couldn't shake off a feeling of unease. It seemed too good to be true, like a dream that would turn into a nightmare when he woke. And as if to confirm his suspicions, misfortune followed close on the heels of their congratulations. A few days later, while the farmer's son, Benny, was practicing riding the newest addition to their stable, he fell and broke his leg. Immediately, the villagers came running once again, this time with expressions of sympathy on their faces. "Oh dear," they said, "what terrible bad luck." To have an accident right before an important event, father felt as though the sky was crumbling above him. How could such bad luck befall his family? Hadn't the appearance of the wild horses brought them good fortune? Why then did they bring nothing but trouble? As Benny lay in bed recovering from his injuries, the villagers' visits became even more frequent. Each one of them shook their heads and sighed, muttering under their breath, "Such bad luck, a broken bone right before the harvest." Days turned into weeks, and Benny's legs slowly began to heal, but the shadow of misfortune lingered over their home like a persistent cloud. Throughout this difficult time, Bunny noticed something peculiar. While everyone else lamented their bad luck, his father's face, though etched with worry, held a glimmer of calm determination. One afternoon, as Bunny was gazing out of his window, watching the farmers preparing for the harvest, he decided to ask his father a question that had been weighing heavily on his mind. "Father," he started, "why aren't we worried like everyone else? They say we've had nothing but bad luck since those horses arrived." His father looked at him, his eyes filled with a gentle wisdom that belied his years. "Bunny," he said softly, "the world doesn't deal in absolutes. There's no such thing as perpetual good luck or unending bad luck. It's like the changing seasons, isn't it? Summer ends, but that's how autumn begins. One season flows into another. That's how life is." The young boy frowned, trying to grasp his father's words. "But father, our leg is broken, and we can't harvest our crops on time. All the villagers are saying we've had nothing but bad luck." His father smiled, a hint of mischief in his eyes. "And what do they say about people who always seem to be in luck?" "They say they're lucky." "Well, being lucky means being able to adapt to any situation, whether good or bad. The horse running away was unfortunate, yes, but it gave us an opportunity to own 2 more horses. These 2 horses helped us a lot during the harvest. Benny breaking his leg was also unfortunate, but because of that, you got to rest and recover. Besides, you managed to avoid the accident with the sickle. Remember the other day when you were helping your uncle and nearly cut off your finger?" Bunny's eyes widened in remembrance. He did indeed narrowly escape cutting off his finger while helping his uncle with the sickle. "I guess I did have good luck that day," he whispered, realizing how self-centered he had been. "See, my son," his father continued, "life is full of twists and turns. Good and bad luck come to all of us. We can't control what happens, but we can control how we react. Those who learn to adapt, who find opportunity in adversity are truly lucky. It's not about avoiding bad luck. It's about embracing change and moving forward courageously, no matter what fate throws our way. These words echoed in Bunny's heart long after their conversation ended. He understood now that life wasn't a series of isolated events, but a tapestry woven with both joy and sorrow. Realizing this, he felt a sense of peace settle over him. As the days passed, Benny's leg healed completely, and he was able to walk without a limp. The memory of the accident faded, but it left an indelible mark on his soul. He understood now that life wasn't a game of chance, where one was either perpetually lucky or unlucky. It was a journey where fortunes shifted like the sands of time, and all one could do was navigate it with grace and acceptance. The farmer's tale of adapting to any situation became a guiding light for Benny, teaching him valuable life lessons that transcended his years. Whenever life dealt him a rough hand, he remembered his father's words. Whenever challenges arose, he drew strength from the belief that every ending was also a beginning, every goodbye a hello to new opportunities. And so Benny grew up not as a pampered child who shied away from life's hardships, but as a young man ready to face whatever fortune threw his way. He learned that being in luck wasn't about avoiding bad things from happening, but about adapting and thriving in the face of them. From that day on, whenever someone said to him, "You're in luck," Benny knew it wasn't just a casual remark. It was a testament to his resilience, adaptability, and most importantly, his capacity to find meaning and opportunity in the ever-changing circumstances of life. And he carried this wisdom with him, making it a guiding principle in all aspects of his life. Just like the wise farmer and his son, each of us has the power to shape our destiny. We may encounter moments when fortune seems to smile upon us, and others when it turns its back. Yet it's in these moments of change, these crossroads of good and bad, that we have the opportunity to define our luck. In the unpredictable journey of life, we can choose to be like the villagers who succumb to the belief that fortune has forsaken them. Or we can emulate the farmer and his son who saw the bigger picture, understanding that every ending also brings a beginning. Every twist of fate, whether seemingly good or bad, holds within it the seeds of new beginnings, new opportunities, and new growth. It's our perspective, our ability to adapt and learn from each twist and turn that truly determines our luck. So the next time you hear someone say, "You're in luck," take a moment to appreciate not just the good fortune, but also the challenges that have shaped you into the resilient, adaptable individual you've become. For it's through these experiences, both pleasant and unpleasant, that we discover the true meaning of luck and the strength that lies within us to navigate life's ever-changing course.